Welcome back to the boys' 43rd district semifinal game. The winner here plays Lexington Catholic for the championship on Friday night. The girls' game has been set. Boy, we had a dandy. It was Lexington Tate's Creek pulling it out of Catholic, 53-49. What a ball game.
I tell you what, Gary, both teams played very, very hard and very aggressive. A lot of fouls at the end. Tate's Creek was just very fortunate to step to the line and hit some foul shots when they needed to give them that 4-point win.
Lexington Christian and Paul Dunbar. And in this game, and I tell you what, Coach, we got some good shooters in this game. You look at Lexington Christian, Saxton Howard can shoot lights out. Hagan Preston and also Anderson Green are light from the outside. You look at Dunbar, they've got Van Dyke. Mason averages 11. You look at Clayton Hilt, he averages 10. Jaden Sweat averages 12. Tyler McCord averages 8-3, and Chase Hill averages. That's almost 5 players at nearly double figures.
That's right, Gary. And I tell you what, I watched the game earlier in the year, and they split their games during the year. So it'll be interesting tonight to see defensively, who's going to keep the other team off the boards and who's going to get out there and contest that 3-point shot and get the rebound.
We got Mason Van Dyke. There was another Van Dyke that played for Dunbar a couple years ago. And Mason is a shooter, too, averaging 11 points. Clayton Hilt, Jaden Sweat, Tyler McCord, Chase Hill. And then they come off the bench with DeQuavion Jones, a football player. And they got another football player, big Djembe Mafata, big number 55. He's a load.
He is.
And then you got Kenyatta Hards, a big kid for LCA, who's going to Kentucky to play football, Coach.
I tell you, Gary, and number 11 for Lexington Christian, really about 6'7", kind of lanky.
Yep.
Takes up a lot of room inside with that wingspan. So it'll be interesting to see on the rebound battle tonight. See what happens.
You're talking about Peyton Mayhorn.
Yeah.
And I remember Peyton when he played at Henry Clay High School.
Yes.
Now he's over at Lexington Christian Academy, the Eagles, and the crowd's starting to file in here. A little late arriving, but the Lexington Christian crowd along the way. Below us here on this side, you can't see because the camera facing the other way, is the Dunbar crowd, and of course they brought their band.
And they're right in front of us.
And they're right in front, and they're loud. Loud and proud. It's Lexington Christian, Paul Dunbar here on the Roberts Insurance 43rd District. Roberts Insurance proud to sponsor the 43rd.
That's it, Gary. And I know all year long they've been a sponsor for Pep Spin, and what you all do and what they do for high school athletics in the state of Kentucky is beyond measure. I've told Mr. Roberts, Bob Roberts, that many times, and got to see him during the All-A Classic and talk to he and his wife, and both John and Joe and their families, and just can't say enough about the Roberts family and what they do for high school athletics.
Yeah, they were here for the district when Claire Roberts played for LCA girls. I saw them over there for that game. I think they've been in some. We're seeing for the 11th region, I'm sure. And then I know we're seeing the Sweet 16. They go to the state tournament every year. Now let's go to the public address announcers. We'll have the national anthem and the starters. No national anthem.
Just starters.
Yeah, just starters. So Mason Van Dyke will start. 11 points a ball game. He's a senior. He's a lefty. And Clayton Hilt, averaging 10.4 points a game. Hilt's also a shooter.
2, number Hill.
And Jaden Sweat. Tyler McCord. And you got the other starter, and that will be Chase Hill. So now Lexington Christian. They would start Peyton Mayhorn. Who was that?
Spillman.
Spillman, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then you got Hagan Preston, Saxton Howard, and you got Simon King and Kenyatta Harge. So those are your starters. So we're getting ready to start, Donnie, and lineups are Spillman, Preston, Howard, King, and Harge. Van Dyke, Hilt, Sweat, McCord, and Hill for Dunbar.
Gary, I don't know, but it doesn't look like that Dunbar is playing with they might be outsized out there. What do you think?
Yes, definitely. King is a good-sized player.
Looks like we're going to start with a technical foul for some reason.
Saxton Howard misses the technical. He'll shoot another one. That must have been something done in warm-ups. So
we see a dunk or something going on? I don't know.
1 or 2 of them for Howard. So with no time off the clock, it's 1-0 Christian.
Home court advantage.
Home court advantage.
Hagen Preston
says.
will put it in play for Christian. Goes to Saxton Howard. Howard brings it across the line. Looking
Dunbar,
over to Harge.
Dunbar starting man-to-man.
Spillman swings it out to King. Looking down low, Harge. Lays it up and in. Kenyatta Harge. Wow. 3-0.
Got that low position down inside, Gary, and just took it right up to the basket.
An immovable force.
Yes.
And Van Dyke goes over to Hilt.
Christian playing that 3-2 zone.
Hill bounces to McCord at the top of the circle. He goes over to Van Dyke. Down low to Sweat. Sweat gets it out top. Working down low, and a shot put up and rolls out there for Chase Hill. And here comes Lexington Christian. Spillman gets now to Simon King. Back over to Hagen Preston, out to Harge. Harge hands it off to Howard. Down a little Harge. Over right side it goes, and there's a three-pointer knocked down by Sammy Spillman. Spillman makes it 6-0. LCA leading Dunbar, and Dunbar yet to get on the scoring column. Of course, it all started with no time off the clock, and they got a free throw. LCA did because of a technical. Left side, Hill goes out to Hill. Now it goes, and there's a turnaround jumper, and won't go for McCord. Simon King back to Hagen Preston, and he pushes it off the right arm, no call. Puts it up and in. Preston, LCA can't miss.
Nope.
8-0. Have not missed a shot. 8-0. And Sweat working it across. He's at the free throw line, top of the circle, and he knocks down a three. That's a big three by Jaden Sweat. Makes it 8-3.
Lexington Christian just backed off and let him take that shot, Gary, and knocked it down. Oh, steal by
Here's
Sweat.
A steal by Sweat. Works down court, hangs, no good. Rebounded and knocked away by Sweat. He gets it over to Van Dyke, and three in and out, rebounded. And coming out with is Sammy Spillman. He'll work across on Tyler McCord. 8-3, LCA. Saxton Howard over to Simon King. Kenyatta Harge gives it back to Spillman. Spillman has a three out of the right side. Loses the handle on it, right to Sweat. Sweat works it, almost a steal by Howard. Sweat works down, gets it over, and there goes Hill. He goes to come to the left side, three-pointer, knocked down, and that's a three-pointer by Clayton Hilt. Hilt knocks it down, 8-6, just like that. They're right back in the ball game. It was 8-0 LCA.
Oh.
Pass to Harge, wasn't looking for it.
Think about it. He had a wide open layup. I don't know why he tried to make that pass there for Lexington Christian for Howard. I know he was trying to get it to the big man, but
Kenyatta Harge.
He was wide open for the layup.
Yep. 4:38 to go. First quarter here at the 43rd District Championship. Pass comes over to Hill. Back they swing it, and there's a shot out of the Corner taken by Hilt. No good. Down there hanging and scoring is Saxton Howard. He averages 18 points a game, Coach.
That was a great run out, a great rebound.
10-6 LCA. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Up top they come to Chase Hill. Here's almost a steal by Howard. He gets the basketball. Right side, hangs, no. Stuck back up and in. Nicely by Spillman. 12-6. They had an 8-0 lead. Now they got a 6-point lead.
Yeah.
Tyler McCord out with the basketball out front. Though Tots stole it away. Saxon Howard reaching that pass. Spillman left side. Three-pointer bullseye.
Might be a timeout.
So
Dunbar.
Yep, timeout. 3:31 to go in the first quarter. 15-6. LCA with their biggest lead of 9. And we want to thank Roberts Insurance for being the title sponsor of the 43rd District. Roberts Insurance on Main Street in Richmond. They insure 3/4 of the state. Catastrophic insurance. That's something you need if you're a student athlete. You need that catastrophic insurance. And Bob Roberts is the best in the business. We'll be back. No, we'll keep it right here, Donnie.
The 30-second timeout, Gary. And you know what? Lexington Christian has really come out on a hot streak. They hit a couple of threes. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter and already 15 points on the board. Dunbar has to get a defense set. They can't let Lexington Christian continue to get those easy baskets on runouts and steals.
Van Dyke gets it up to Chase Hill. Left side, back out to Van Dyke, top of the circle. Moves down left side, he goes to Hilt, and he hits the three. Hilt's hit 2 of them. That's 2 threes by Chase Hill. Clayton Hilt, 15-9. And he reaches in, steals the basketball, gets it over to Sweat. Block, nice block there by Preston. Kenyatta Hards works down low, powers it up and in. I tell you, that time Tyler McCord took an elbow from Kenyatta Hards and all. Oh, my goodness.
If you saw him coming down the lane, would you take a charge?
No.
No.
No. He's about the only player I would, Van Dyke and Sweat.
Inviting that shot at the head of the key, Gary. If they want it, they can take it all day.
Sweat hit it one time earlier. Van Dyke comes over to Sweat. He's going to let one fly. That's no good. Backside. Rebound to McCord. Comes back to Sweat. And it's picked up by Hilt. Back to Sweat. Over to Van Dyke. Here's a three. Bullseye by Mason Van Dyke. 17-12. 2-minute mark of the first quarter. The winner goes on to play Catholic Friday night in the championship of the 43rd District Boys Basketball. The girls' finals been set. It's going to be a matchup between Tate's Creek girls, and they will play Lafayette girls.
Dunbar's gone man-to-man.
Hagan Preston won't go. Rebounded by King. Gets it back to Preston. He goes over to Spillman looking for his third three. That's 3 threes for Spillman here in the quarter. 9 points already, and it's 20-12. LCA by 8. Up off the LCA bench.
Nolan and I coached Sammy's father at Tate's Creek a long time ago, Antoine.
Working with it, Hill, and
2 hands on him.
It's going to be a foul.
Automatic foul.
And we have a substitution coming in. Number 2 for Lexington Christian. Coach, I don't tab 2 on my roster.
Okay.
Sweat a 3, and it won't go. Rebounded down low by McCord. He's tied. It's going to be a tie up there.
Colt Cummins, Gary.
Colt Cummings is our young man.
Number 2.
Colt Cummings. I mean, I had about 12 deep, so Cummins goes about 14 deep.
Yeah.
20-12. Ball goes back to Dunbar. Set the triggers, Hill. Hill to Sweat. Puts it up, and he draws a personal foul.
I think it's on Cummins.
King, I believe.
Oh. No, 2.
Went on Cummins. So at the line will be Sweat. He had a three-pointer out top earlier in this quarter. He's got 2 free throws coming, and he knocks it down. 20-13. I got a feeling we're going to have a little bit of a high-scoring game, Coach.
That's exactly. And
these two
it'll be interesting to see if Coach Hall holds it for the last shot here in the first quarter.
We said the pregame these both teams had shooters, and that's what we see so far. 20-14. 52 seconds in the first quarter. Working across Saxton Howard. Howard looking for Spillman. Looking for a pick from Cummins. Goes back to Spillman. Spillman's got 3 threes here in this quarter.
If it gets down 30, you ought to hold it for 1.
Comes back.
Calling a play.
Hagan Preston crossing over. Now gives it to Howard. Saxon loses the control of it and picked up by McCord. McCord blocked away. Nice block by Hagan Preston.
And a turnover.
Stolen away. Coming down there with it is Van Dyke. Stolen back by Preston. Drives, reverses it up and in. What a move by Hagan Preston. 22-14.
Nice move.
Van Dyke. Right side, there's a three-pointer off the mark. Wouldn't go for Tyler McCord. At the end of the first quarter, a lot of points. 36 points have been scored in this first quarter already. 22-14. LCA on top.
Yeah, I would not want to be the statistician in that last exchange right there. There were about 3 steals and 3 turnovers.
Yeah, there were. We'll be back after this on Brett Spin, the leader in high school sports.
Have some Mingy.
This is a Mingy moment. Neighbor helping neighbor. At Whitaker Bank, we believe in giving back to our communities. Through our many sponsorships, we help provide our fellow Kentuckians with family-friendly fun and events and scholarships to help students.
Dunbar.
Welcome back to the second quarter. LCA with the basketball and an 8-point lead, 22-14. King down low to Harge. He throws it in the corner. He thought somebody was over there, but Hagan Preston was not in the corner, and I think that was
Dunbar from the field is 4 of 14, and the only ones they've made from the field are three-point shots. They're 4 for 9.
Tyler McCord out front with it. Gives it up to Hill. Comes over to McCord. Sweat and Van Dyke work the wings. Chase Hill with the basketball for Dunbar. Looking for some help. Got to get rid of it. Now it comes over to Sweat. 22-14 LCA. 7:15 to go in the first half. Out top, Van Dyke over to Sweat. He's open. They dared him to take it.
Wanted him to take that 3, and he wouldn't do it.
There's Van Dyke pulling it up from 15. Bullseye.
Nice penetration right there to the foul line. Nice little jump shot by Van Dyke.
Van Dyke, and there's a three-pointer. In and out as it's Saxton Howard shot wouldn't go. 22-16. LCA by 6, leading Dunbar. The Bulldogs, and that's where the 11th region we played this year, semifinals and final at Dunbar. Down the lane, shot wouldn't go for Van Dyke. He was open on a layup, and there comes Preston, kicks it over to Saxton Howard, out top to King, over to Spillman, out of the corner, missed his first 3. Made his first 3 three-pointers.
Yeah.
Had 9 points. Sweat, he's got the basketball. Jaden Sweat. He came in averaging 12 points a ball game, Coach.
Yep. Really just pulling it out right now to see what the defense is going to do, trying to get the shooters in the corner.
Van Dyke plays catch with Chase. Now Hilt's got it, and he's going to be fouled by King.
Just trying to reach in on the drive, and you can't do that, especially right in front of the official in that situation. Got a sub coming in for Lexington Christian, number 4, Gary.
That's Anderson Green. Pass goes way out to McCord. He jumps up, catches it.
Turn and look. Wide open at the foul line.
Hill out to Hill, looking at his three-pointer. Off the mark and tapped up, and Kenyatta Harge with the rebound. Gives it Spillman. Comes over to Saxon Howard, a three-pointer bullseye.
He likes that spot on that right wing.
Makes it 25-16. Howard's a shooter, averaging 18 points a ball game for the Eagles. He's only a junior. He's a good football player too, Coach.
Yep.
Right side it goes, and that's 3 in and out by Hilt. Rebounded by Anderson Green. Comes to Preston. Hagen Preston. And we're going to have travel. It's going to be called on Preston with 5:13 to go in the first half. 25 LCA, 16 Dunbar, but Dunbar does have the basketball.
We could use another 3 points or getting a good basket, maybe get down inside, get a foul.
That would help, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Hill comes over to Van Dyke. Van Dyke works down, kicks it over. They go in the corner, and there's a shot by Hill. No, gets his rebound, turns, puts it up, and Harge reaches in, knocks the ball off his knee, goes back to Lexington Christian. Spillman down court, launches a three, no good off the rim, and it's rebounded. Coming flying in there was Chase Hill to rebound it. Tyler McCord kicks it over to Van Dyke. Goes over to McCord. Three-pointer no good. Off the rim, and it's out of bounds off of Dunbar. 4:27 to go in the first half. LCA 14 wins, and Dunbar 11 wins coming in.
Got a sub for Dunbar coming in, number 15, Gary.
That's DeQuavion Jones, a football player. Good basketball player, too. Hagen Preston works it very slowly down the middle of the floor. 4:16 to go in the first half. 25-16. LCA by 9. I think was their biggest lead. Out of the left side. That three-pointer by Greens, no.
That's
tapped up, no. Harge has got it. Puts it up, no. And Jones taps it out. Coming away with it, McCord.
2 good looks for Lexington Christian. Just didn't knock down the layup.
Sweat goes to the basket, loses control of it. That's what he's saying. He's in. He
got hit in his hand.
Yeah, and they knocked it out, and they give it back to Christian. LCA on top by 9. Sammy Spillman hit 3 three-pointers early in the ball game. Green goes back out to Preston, to Harge. They go to Spillman. He puts it up and in. That's a tough shot.
Nice penetration against the zone.
Gives LCA an 11-point lead. Van Dyke, top of the circle, comes over to Hilt, over to Jones, in and out on 3, rebounded by Harge. Over to Spillman, over goes Saxon Howard, no good. Out of the corner. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Down low, there's a steal, throw to Spillman, layup, misses the layup. Rebounded by Sweat. 27-16. Pass McCord. And jumper right side won't go there for Jones. Long pass to Spillman. Over to Howard. Passes to Green out top. And they give it over. Work it down as Howard. Back to Kenyatta. Hanging and puts it up and in. He's fouled. He will get the soup. And Kenyatta will definitely get the sandwich.
Very nice ball movement by Lexington Christian there. 4 different people touched the ball before it went inside. to Kenyatta. He knocked down the layup. Nice ball movement.
He is a big fella.
He is.
6'1", but he goes about 250 pounds.
Takes up a little space.
Yes, space eater. He missed the free throw. 2.5 to play in the first half. LCA 29. Dunbar 16. Sweat looking for Van Dyke. Instead goes over to Chase Hill. Hill out to McCord. Swings around looking for Sweat. Jones cutting through. Hill back to Jones. Over to Sweat. Sweat. Right side he goes. Van Dyke launches a three. No good, but it's chased down by Sweat at the free throw line.
They're inviting Sweat to shoot that shot at the head of the key.
He only
Every time
took
he
it one
catches
time
it.
and made it.
Yeah.
Hill works down the lane, hangs up in the air, and he draws a personal. So that will send Chase Hill to the free throw line for Dunbar with 1:45 to go in this first half. This is our 43rd District coverage on Pret Spin. I'm Gary Ball with Donnie Atkins and King of Stream, William Moorfield. We have the girls' final Friday and the boys' final at 8 o'clock right here on Pret Spin. Free throw in and out. We got Jimbe Mufata is checking in.
Somebody else has got to come out. You can't play with 6 this year.
And
Okay.
Hilt is set to check in. He's going out McCord and Jones.
They're going to match big with big, you think?
Yep, that's why they got
Yeah.
55 in there. See if he can match Kenyatta Hards. Hit the second one, made by Chase Hill. 29-17, 12-point lead. It's been as big as 13 points in this ball game. Ted up off his bench. Morgerson for Dunbar. Pass in the corner. Anderson Green, a three off the mark. Chased down by Hill. Hill to the basket, hanging, and it's going to be blocked by Hagen Preston. I say, when you get fast breaks, you really see the athleticism of these LCA players.
You have to take that ball in that situation, Gary. You know he's back there, and you see him, and you're taking it at him, but you've got to go right at the front of the rim so he doesn't have that opportunity to block the shot.
Van Dyke puts it up and in on the miss by Sweat. Van Dyke started that series with a three-pointer.
Yep.
Wouldn't go. And there's a shot by Howard. That's off the mark. There's Kenyatta Hards over to Green. Anderson Green. Good bounce pass.
Nice.
Good to Hards, put up and in on the assist from Hagen Preston.
Nice ball movement again by Lexington Christian.
31-19. 12-point lead for the Eagles over the Bulldogs.
46 seconds to
To go in the first half. A fast-moving first half. With his Hill, gets it out to Mason Van Dyke. Down to 34 seconds. To Sweat. He's got an open lane, missed the shot, and it's put up by Mufata. Best two big guys battling each other there. Mufata and Hards, and Mufata's going to draw the
I think
foul.
it's the second one, too.
Yeah,
Yep.
Kenyatta picked up his second foul. And at the line will be Mufata. 6'3", 250 pounds. Brick, that's a brick on the free throw.
Let's see if Coach Hall plays one shot here, Gary. 28 seconds to go in the half. Up 12.
Free throw is no
Still
good.
up 12.
Spillman flies in, rebounds, and hands it now to Hagen Preston. 22 seconds. Preston's going to very slowly work it across over to Saxton Howard. Puts down the dribble. Comes back to Preston. Down to 12 seconds. Over to Colt Cummins. That's your guy. Three-pointer, and it won't go. And it's going to be knocked away by Mufata. That's the first half. And the first half belongs to Lexington Christian Academy. 31-19. Dunbar, they were able to muster 12 points in the first quarter. They only got 7 in that one.
Well, and both teams kind of cooled off a little bit. You know, LCA had 22 at the end of the first quarter and only ended up with 9. So both teams not struggling a little bit in the second quarter, not hitting their shots, maybe taking shots too quick, Gary, from Lexington Christian standpoint. But, maybe that's how they've played all year.
You're right. And we're going to thank Roberts Insurance. They're at Richmond, Kentucky. Roberts Insurance on Main Street, the title sponsor of this 43rd District basketball tournament at Lexington Christian, where the Eagles lead at half here over Dunbar, 31-19. First game tonight was a great girls game, won by Tate's Creek over Catholic, 53-49. We'll come back with halftime, 31-19, the lead for LCA.
Everyone loves recognition.
Welcome back to Lexington Christian Academy here on the Rose campus, where the 43rd District semifinal between Lexington Christian Academy and Paul Lawrence Dunbar Bulldogs are at halftime, with Lexington Christian leading 31-19. The stats for the first half: Lexington Christian 13 of 27 from the field, 4 of 13 outside the arc. 1 out of 3 from the foul line for 31 points. For Paul Lawrence Dunbar, 6 for 28 shooting, 4 out of 15 from outside the arc, 3 of 6 from the line, 17 rebounds and 20 rebounds for Lexington Christian. Turnovers, 8 for Lexington Christian and 6 for Paul Lawrence Dunbar. Gary, it comes down to field goals and field goal percentage. Dunbar just not hitting that good of a percentage, only 6 out of 28 total, where Lexington Christian is 13 out of 27.
And Spillman really did the damage for Lexington Christian in that first half. 13 points on 5 of 8 shooting, 3 for 6 from three-point land, had 4 rebounds, but the leading rebounder, Big Kenyatta Harge, 6 rebounds to go with those 8 points.
Done a nice job. He just gets positioned down inside, Gary, and it's hard to move that. You can't let him get deep down inside on the offensive end, because if he does, he's going to get that little turnaround kind of jump shot in the lane, and if he misses, he's right there to get the rebound.
I thought late in the half, Dunbar looked like they've been a little tired legs on them when they easy shots. They were missing easy shots. They were missing three-pointers too. That's usually a sign of tired legs.
You know, Gary, both teams, when they're coming back out, don't look like they have a lot of energy right now, do they?
Maybe they spent it in that first quarter, flurry of action in the first quarter. But I want to thank Roberts Insurance in Richmond, Kentucky. On Main Street, they insure the 3/4 of this great state of Kentucky with catastrophic insurance. Roberts Insurance, Bob, Joe, and John, the great Roberts, and we thank them for sponsoring this 43rd District in the 11th Region first round coming up next week. The district championship here at the 43rd, and the girls' game, it will be Lafayette against Tates Creek. You've seen both teams now. What do you think of the Lafayette-Tates Creek matchup, girls?
Well, I think it'll get down to if Lafayette can handle the Tates Creek pressure. You know, Tates Creek throws a lot of different pressure at you, different ways. Probably 1-3-1 half court, and they crap out of that. Plus, they'll come down and play a 2-2-1 full court press. So it'll be interesting to see how Lafayette's guards handle that.
Same thing, Lexington Catholic boys, 29-2. They like to press you, and it's going to be either Christian or Dunbar that's going to have to handle that Catholic pressure.
Yes, and they do a great job of adjusting that pressure. They may be full court, they may be 3/4. They may trap you at half court. Even if you have the ball out of bounds at half court, they can trap you, Gary. They'll run a little run and jump trap out of that.
They use it, and they love to put Tyler Doyle down low on those inbound plays. He jumps up, I don't know how many times in a ball game, 3 or 4 times, and has a layup from that inbound play.
Yep.
Tyler Doyle, the 11th Region Player of the Year for Lexington Catholic. And, of course, tonight we want to mention that Henry Clay was playing Douglas over to Henry Clay in the 42nd District. And the winner of that will go against Bryan Station in the final. And Bryan Station's already punched their ticket to the regional. So far, the teams that punched their ticket are Gray Crossing has punched their ticket to the regional, Franklin County, and you got the Bryan Station. Then the winner tonight between Henry Clay and Douglas. You got Lexington Catholic boys that punched their ticket against the winner here, either Lexington Christian or Dunbar. And then Madison Central and Madison Southern already punched their ticket to the regional. So they're in the finals of the 44th District.
Gary, do you know, did they play the district at EKU?
They sure did.
They did? Okay.
The EKU put that construction on hold. The 11th Region could have been at Eastern. No. They said, we're not going to have the construction. No. We can have the regional here. Eastern to get actually
try to get the All-A back over there.
Yeah, they try to get the All-A back over there and everything, but they just too much of a late commitment. So, Eastern wanted it back over there, but they're going to play now at Dunbar, the semifinals and final. Except for the second half here, Donnie.
I think the thing with Dunbar, they have to come out, Gary, and establish a rhythm on their offense. Lexington Christian has got that 3-2 zone. They're spreading it out. Dunbar has to look to penetrate the seams of that zone, get the ball in the middle, and hit that little inside jump shot right now. They're content to shoot the 3 when you're hitting it, it's great, but when you're not, you got to find another way to score.
Clayton Hilt hit a couple of threes for Dunbar, and he has 6 points. He hit 2 early, and then he's missed his last 3, Coach.
And Dunbar will start with the ball, start the second half.
Side court putting in play will be Chase Hill to Mason Van Dyke with Clayton Hilt. Also in there, Jaden Sweat and Tyler McCord. Those are the starters for Dunbar. We'll check LCA when they get the basketball. Starting the second half, McCord has it at the free throw line. Out to Van Dyke. He's fakes now to McCord. Back to Van Dyke. He's open from 3. Lets it rip and hit it. Big 3 there for Van Dyke. Makes it a 31-22 ball game.
And now Dunbar comes out 2-2-1 press.
Comes over to King. Big King hands it back to Saxton Howard. Spillman
Nice
down
pass.
low to Kenyatta Harge. Hanging and put it in. That's 10 for Harge.
Nice job of going inside to the big guy. Did a nice little head fake, Gary. Get the guy up off his feet, and then a nice, easy layup.
Saxton Howard. They're playing a 3-2 zone, it looks like.
Yep.
Over to Sweat. He moves in on the left side. Jumper won't go. Rebounded by Harge. Kenyatta. Come back to Kenyatta. He swings it over to his teammate. And there's a three-pointer by Saxton Howard. It wouldn't go. And rebounded by Dunbar. McCord to Hill. Comes over to Sweat. Down low, and he puts it up and in. Nice move by Jaden Sweat.
They have to do more of that, Gary, right there. Get that penetration into the zone, into the middle, and take advantage.
Attack the basket. You're right in the middle. 33-24. They have it down to 9 points. Pass is stolen in the middle. Coming up with a steal was McCord. Over down to Van Dyke. Three-pointer. Bullseye out of the right side. And we got a 33-27 ball game. .6:13 to go in the quarter. And there's a jumper short by Saxton Howard. Rebounded by McCord. Van Dyke gets it over to Sweat. He's got an open lane, hangs, and puts
There's
it up.
the ball.
And Kenyatta Harge
Good hustle
diving
by
on
Sweat.
the floor. Sweat out to three-pointer, and that won't go. Battle down low, Saxton Howard, and get it over to Howard. They back out to Preston. A lot of battling going on here, Coach.
Right now, Lexington Christian's kind of really just coming down and not really taking a good shot, Gary. They're rushing things.
Yep.
They need to come down and work the ball in and get it back inside where they were doing a nice job.
Spillman way outside, no good. And that's rebound of a Sweat. He's got out in front of him. Hill to the right side of Van Dyke. Throws it up, no. Won't go. Van Dyke trying to reverse. And Hagan Preston to Saxton Howard. Spinning and now turns and lays it up and in. That's a good move by Saxton Howard.
A timeout by Lexington Christian.
After Dunbar got it down to 6, then they extended back to 8. We want to thank Rafferty's Restaurant. Rafferty's is a proud sponsor of the 43rd
timeout.
District. Rafferty's Restaurant, 9 locations. Boy, I tell you,
30-second
Coach,
timeout.
they got that open-faced prime rib that Mike Meehan just loves,
Yeah.
the prime rib, and they got the, as you said, the bluegrass special. That's a great sandwich. They got soups and sandwiches, and everything is great at Rafferty's. 35-27, LCA back to 8. What could Dunbar do to cut it into the lead?
Well, Gary, they cut it down to 6 by penetrating, getting inside the zone, and that's what they have to continue to do. You can shoot a 3 anytime you want to shoot a 3. You have to make the other team play defense. You have to make them rebound, and they're not doing that.
Right.
Dunbar wasn't doing that early, so let's see what happens when they come out of this timeout.
8-point lead for LCA. Dunbar has a basketball, and Van Dyke works to the cross. Mason angling the left side. He comes back out top to Hill. Hill, top of the circle. Working down, puts it up, and he's fouled. It's going to be a block. That's going to be against.
Kenyatta.
They called that on. No, they called that. Yeah, Kenyatta Harge picked up his third foul.
Oh,
he thought the foul was on Dunbar.
Yeah. Kenyatta's kind of wondering what he did.
Yeah, he's talking to the official,
No.
but that's not going to work.
No.
That's not going to change anything. So 2 free throws coming here for Paul Dunbar after they get rid of the moisture on the floor. And at the line, Chase Hill hits the free throw, makes it 35-28.
Again, Gary, the penetration on the offense by Dunbar is creating either foul shot or a good basket. They got to continue to try to do that.
4:48 to go here in this third quarter. Missed the free throw, rebounded by King. Nice rebound by Simon. Kick it over down to Sammy Spielman.
Dunbar in a 2-3 zone.
13 first half points for Sammy, but nothing here in the third quarter.
Attack the basket.
Spielman
Up to the middle.
gets it up to King. Over goes to Saxon Howard. Back out to Sammy Spielman. Back to Howard. Saxon Howard. Left side,
Turnover.
and it's knocked as kind of touched there by Dunbar, and then knocked it off the hands, I believe, of King, Simon King. Dunbar basketball.
Just a little out of control along the baseline,
Well, basket here make it very interesting.
especially if it's a 3.
Yeah, you're right. 35-28. Over it comes to Hill.
But they got some momentum. They still need to attack the basket.
Hilt throws it
Say,
away,
not
lobs
turn
it in
it
the
over.
corner. Over's checking into the ball game. Braylon Moss would check in. And also coming to the ball game, Anderson Green.
We got timeout on Dunbar's.
Full timeout.
timeout.
Full timeout with 4:06 to go in the third quarter. 35 Lexington Christian, 28 for Dunbar. We'll be back to the 43rd district after this timeout.
If you're dealing with a sports injury, UK Healthcare Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine is here to help you get back on your feet. Ranked as high performing by US News and World Report, the same physicians who take care of UK athletes are here to offer expert sports medicine care for you and your family. UK Healthcare Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine, official healthcare provider for the KHSAA.
Rafferty's. Well, this stuff looks good. Rafferty's Restaurants. And here comes the LCA working cross court. Saxon Howard goes in the middle to Braden Moss to Howard. Lob down to Harge, out to Howard, and the 3 is good. Saxon Howard.
That's a better shot because the ball went inside first, collapsed the defense, then came back out, and he had a wide open 3.
That was a well-designed play
Yes.
by Ted Hall coming out of the break. Chase Hill, looking, can't get it to anybody. Now goes over now to Hilt. Hilt back to Hill. Looking for Van Dyke. McCord sets a pick in the corner. Van Dyke goes to Hill. Over to Hilt. Hilt looking for the 3, knocks it down.
Good ball
That's a big
movement.
three-pointer by Hilt. By Clayton Hilt. Shot goes off the rim, but Kenyatta Harge gets it, turns around, puts it up and in. Boy, he's powerful, isn't he?
Yep. I don't think that
So
was
strong.
That was a shot more than a bad pass.
Almost a steal. Hilt goes to Sweat. He throws up the 3, back of the rim, no good.
Inviting that 3 for Sweat.
2:47 to go here in this third, 40-31.
And now Dunbar switched man to man, Gary. Switched the defenses to man.
Anderson Green comes over now to Howard, to Moss, to Howard cutting through, over to Green. Working in and puts it up, hangs up, knocks it down. Anderson Green makes it 42-31. LCA. What they led, their biggest lead's been 13.
Yes.
They lead by 11 right now. Just when Dunbar gets it close. LCA makes a little spurt out. Van Dyke.
Still inviting the outside shot. Dunbar can take it. Let's see if they go back to the penetration and inside game.
Van Dyke.
They're giving him all he wants right there.
Van Dyke out front. No good. Rebounded by Howard. Saxon Howard running the floor and banks it up and in. Boy, he's a tough player. Sweat on Hards. No good. Gets a rebound. Down low. Puts it up and in.
Timeout. 30-second for Dunbar.
44-33. LCA by 11. That was all Jaden Sweat. Just determination. Not going to be denied, Coach. Missed a shot. Followed up.
You know, the big guy was back there to take the charge, and he just went around him and laid it up, missed it, and got his rebound, put it right back, because the big man was still standing there waiting on to take the charge.
Yep. LCA by 11. Join us Friday night. We got the championships at 6 o'clock. Lafayette girls against the Lexington and Tates Creek girls at 6. Following that at 8 o'clock, it'll be Lexington Catholic against the winner here. If it's LCA, it'll be the battle of the Holy War in the district final. Catholic and LCA. We've done a number of those games in football, Coach. They're always great games between Catholic and LCA. Howard, because they're such good competitors. Colt Cummins in there now for LCA. He's got it. He's a three-point artist, and left side won't go. Shoots 47% from there. Couldn't get that one to go. Hill.
He walked. They let him get away with it.
Blocked.
Nice block by Cummins.
Yep. Outlet, and there's
Nice.
Howard with the catch and the lay-in. Saxton Howard. I tell you, that kid's going to be fun to watch this fall on the football field.
Mm-hmm.
I think they might make a quarterback out of him.
Out
I'm
of
not
Howard?
sure. Yeah. He's a great receiver. 46-33, 54.
Got some speed. He showed
Yeah,
it right there.
sure
Just
does.
outran the defense down the floor.
Yep. So Hensley, David saw Hensley in the crowd tonight. There he is over the right in front.
Well, he's
Great
got
running back.
He's got the football team over there. Oh, block shot. There he is again. Give him up.
Anderson Green over in that corner back to Howard. He penetrates in over to Green. Down low to Cummins. Working on Sweat. It's going to be a travel with 22 seconds in the third. And Dunbar, if they get a 3, cut it down to 10 here, and they're going to get back in the ball game. Coming in will be DeQuavion Jones. He'll come in the ball game for Chase Hill.
Howard just tried to do too much there, Gary. All he had to do was, pull it out, go for the last shot at 20 seconds. Then he turns it over.
Clayton Hilt. Hilt comes over down to Sweat. Jaden Sweat. Left side down to third. Got plenty of time. Comes out top. There's a three-pointer. No good. And battle for it. They get it. Turn around, and that's going to be Van Dyke. Three-pointer won't go. Rebounded
2 seconds
by Hagan Preston. Long three-pointer. Won't go. It threw it from beyond half court. It almost went in. 46-33 LCA. We'll be back with the final quarter here at the 43rd District. Semifinal game. The winners play Friday night. Girls will be Lafayette against a very good Tates Creek team and girls, and then the boys Lexington Catholic will take on the winner. We'll be back after this timeout.
I can't.
Have some Mingy.
This is a Mingy moment.
Neighbor helping neighbor. At Whitaker Bank, we believe in giving back to our communities. Through our many sponsorships, we help provide our fellow Kentuckians with family-friendly fun and events, and scholarships to help students reach their dreams. We're invested in Kentucky, and more importantly, in you. Whitaker Bank understands our communities and its people because we're from here. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter. You got some stats there, Coach?
Gary, it comes down to shooting percentage. Dunbar is only 11 for 44 for 25%, and Lexington Christian's 20 out of 38 for 52%.
And Henry Clay is trailing Douglas 29-21 in the third quarter over the 42nd. It's 46-33 here. Cummins shot won't go. Gets it back. No. Battle for it, and it's going to be a jump ball. As Tyler McCord and
it's Dunbar's ball.
yeah,
Dunbar's ball. I held ball.
Back in the game will be Chase Hill. Clayton Hill goes over to Sweat. Sweat working down and tries to put it up. What a shot by Jaden Sweat. I don't know how that went in.
Penetration.
46-35 to start the fourth quarter. 7:22 to go. Anderson Green back over to Spillman. Throws it away, but they get it back.
Good hustle
by Braylon Moss, football player. Quite a bit of football players play basketball at LCA too. I like to see that. There's some for Dunbar also. Moss works it across very slowly. 7:10 to play. They're up by 11. The LCA 46, Dunbar 35. Anderson Green over to Hagan Preston to Moss.
Nice pass.
Good pass, hanging, put in by Anderson Green. He'll get the and one.
head coach.
Yeah. Free throws connected by Green. He completes a three-point play, and Donnie did it the old John Houseman way.
That's right.
He owned it. And shot won't go there for Van Dyke. Pass to Green. Out it comes to Hagan Preston. Over to Moss. Moss. They give it up, and the shot by Anderson Green is over the top of the backboard. So give it to Dunbar. 6:32 to play, and I tell you what, Dunbar down by 14.
It's nice movement by Lexington Christian, but I would rather have them shoot that little shot in the middle that they had open twice than pass it back out like that.
Yeah, LCA, the Eagles, winning here against Catholic Friday night on the 43rd District Final, and a three-pointer no good by Hill. Rebounded by Moss. Gives it up to Preston, to the basket, lays it up and in. Hagan Preston. 51-35. This is the biggest lead they've enjoyed. 16 points with 6 minutes to go.
They're inviting Dunbar to take all the threes they want, Gary, right now.
Hilt to Van Dyke to a cutter, and McCord is going to draw the foul from that'll be on Braylon. Braylon Moss will pick it up. 5:56 to go in the ball game. Gary Ball, Donnie Atkins, King of Stream, William Moorfield. I think fatigue starting to set in with all of us about right now, and we'll get a respite tomorrow. It's a day off. We'll come back Friday, rejuvenated for the district finals, right? At least I know I'll try.
Right.
I got there.
What's up, Gary?
Yeah, that's right. Pep talk.
I'm trying to bump myself up. That's what I'm trying to do. 51-37. No, I talked to Kirby Barnard.
Oh.
There's a shot put up, no, by West.
Lost
and
it
West
again.
steals it. Gives it Van Dyke. Over it goes now. And his shot won't go there for a Hill. If that would have gone, it would have counted. So, but anyway, we'll get him in a pep talk. Tomorrow I've got therapy, and then after that, I'm supposed to go out. We're going out to dinner, I think, with the Means, Mike and Linda.
Yeah.
Going out to dinner. And then Friday I'll be back here for the finals with Donnie Atkins and King of Stream. In and out on the free throw.
Dunbar just got totally cold this quarter, Gary. They missed some easy shots inside and now missing foul shots.
Saxton Howard in and Hagen Preston out. Free throw rolled in for Chase Hill. 51-38.
Dunbar coming with the press.
Anderson Green. Little floater. Front of the rim, no. And it's knocked down, and Chase Hill knocked it out of bounds. It'll be LCA ball.
Green just needed to go up there and stop and shoot the little jumper instead of trying to make the fancy floater. Goodness sakes, he was dead wide open.
That's what Shepard did to win the game, wasn't it?
I don't think he is, though.
I got you. Comes over to Howard. Saxton Howard. Gives it right side. Spillman. Shot won't go. And it's rebounded by Van Dyke. To the basket. Sweat up and in. Jaden Sweat with the lay-in. 5:13 to go. Anderson Green gives it to Howard. To Cummings. Down low, and it's stolen from behind by McCord. McCord down low, and he's going to drive it up and in. He's going to be fouled by Braylon Moss, I believe, got him. Or was it Sam Spillman?
Spillman.
Let's check the foul. It does get
Spillman.
called on Spillman. That's his first. At the free throw line, shooting 2 to get it back down to single digits. McCord. Good.
Some subs ready to come in for Lexington Christian.
Kenyatta Harge. Hagen Preston and King coming in. Anderson Green out. Cummins out. Moss out. 51-41. 5 minutes to go, Donnie. That's all that left here in the semifinal game. Free throw up and in there for McCord. McCord is real aggressive and a good ball player. Tyler averages 9 points coming in. 51-42. Saxton Howard. Boy, he's been really the cog for LCA tonight. In the first quarter, it was Spillman with 3 threes.
Yeah.
It's been Howard since then. King gives it to Spillman. Looks like they're going to run some clock, Coach.
Yep.
9-point lead.
Not bad. Work it till you get a breakdown on the defensive end and then try to attack the basket. Right turn and go. No, smart play. I
Out
don't know
to
about
Spillman.
that one.
There's a 3, no. And it's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be off of LCA.
They ran a minute off the clock and shot a 3. Why do you do that? Start work to get a better shot.
.4:15 to go in the ball game. With it, Sweat pounds it down out front. Sweat, top of the key, penetrates, goes over to Hill, hands it to Hilt, out to Sweat. Sweat to McCord, and there's a 3 off the mark. Kenyatta Harge. And, well, when he gets it in there, they get out of the way, don't they?
Yep.
And there's a ball strapped away from Howard. He drives down, and he's fouled.
On the floor.
Saxton Howard. Boy, he worked hard to get that foul.
He did.
3:48 to go in this ball game. Lexington Catholic, that great Knights team with that 29-2 record sitting there waiting in the district final to play the winner of this one. Spillman down low to King. Turns around, misses a layup. Kenyatta Harge with the shot, and is going to have a foul called.
I think he'll shoot 2.
It's going to be on Van Dyke. That's his second. Kenyatta Harge, yep, he'll be up there and shoot 2. How many points did Harge? Harge had 12 points in the third quarter, so he had 12 points in the third quarter.
Yep.
51 missed that first one. Here's the second one. Good. So he's got 13 at least. 52-42 LCA by 10 with 3:39 to play. Dunbar makes a run. They need to make it right here. Sweat. Free throw line out top, and there's a 3. No good, and wouldn't go for Hilt. Give it over to right side to Hagen Preston. Comes back to Spillman.
Somebody need, when the ball goes to the side, they need to attack the basket.
King to Saxton Howard. 3. Good. Boy, that's a pretty shot, isn't it? What a pretty shot.
Who called timeout? Oh,
Somebody
Dunbar.
did.
Dunbar called a full timeout.
Howard had 15 at the end of the third, so he's got at least 20 points in this ball game. Saxton Howard has got his average. 3:09 to play, 55-42. We'll step out here on PrepSpin.com, the leader in high school sports, PrepSpin.com. Just go to GoPrepSpin.com.
This is where worry turns into relief, where confusion turns into answers. This is where your family can turn to the experts for the big things and the little things. Extraordinary care is right here. UK Healthcare, the power of advanced medicine.
Clark's Pump and Chop, one of the sponsors on Prep Spin, Mingy Beef Jerky, UK Sports Medicine. Van Dyke kicks it in the corner to Sweat. Out top to Hilt. Three-pointer, front of the rim, no. Comes back over to the left side to Van Dyke, and he puts it up and in. 55-44, Van Dyke with a nice lay-in. 2:47 to go. Hagen Preston over down to King. Simon King back out top. Comes now to Sammy Spillman. Goes over down low to Kenyatta Harge. Out top now to Hagen Preston. He's going to give it to Spillman. Looks down low to Harge, and he's going to turn and put it up and in. His 15th point of the game.
Good ball movement. It's good, Gary, because they continued to attack the basket. They just didn't, they took some time off the clock, but every time they passed, they looked to penetrate the pass.
Lexington Catholic's coach Brandon Salzman apparently thinks it's well in hand for LCA. He's getting ready to, like Elvis, leave the building.
I think he knows what either team would do by now.
That's true. 2:09 to play.
After playing everybody twice.
Yep, that's true. Saxton Howard across the line, and he's going to be fouled.
Still not.
It's only the 14th foul in the quarter, so would not be a bonus shooting free throws yet for LCA. The next one will allow them to shoot. 2:05 to go. Anderson Green is checked in for the Eagles. Saxton Howard comes over to Sammy Spillman. Back over to Howard. Minute 55 to play. Howard,
Turnover.
and it's stolen by Van Dyke. Give them a court in backcourt. Minute 49. They need shots in a hurry. Over to Sweat, to the basket, and it's blocked. Throws it back in, gets it. They lead it out to Howard. Saxton Howard puts it up and in on the right side. Howard's got a great ball game. 20 points, Coach, at least. Shot put up and in by Van Dyke. He's fouled, and he's fouled by Hagen Preston. 59-46.
Okay, might be a little too late, but Dunbar now is penetrating towards the basket. They were content early just to stand outside and shoot.
That's true. This crowd started to pick up for, it's a pretty good crowd, late arriving crowd, but it's pretty good.
30-second timeout for Lexington Christian, Gary.
Timeout, a minute 30 to go in the ball game. 59, that'll let us say that tomorrow's an off night here at the 43rd. We have the girls' final at 6 o'clock Friday, March 1st. It will be March Madness on Friday.
It will be.
March Madness. We got at 6 o'clock, Lafayette will take on the Tates Creek team. Then at 8 o'clock, Lexington Catholic. Looks like they're going to take on Lexington Christian. So it'll be a holy war here at the 43rd. But the advantage for that, the lone advantage, it's here at LCA.
Yeah.
That is a big advantage for them.
It's been interesting to see that what happens with if Lexington Christian handles that pressure, Gary.
Yeah, that's the key.
And how they match.
I'm looking at this game tonight. I'm thinking pretty quick, pretty good guards for LCA. Missed a free throw, rebounding Spillman.
Somebody needs to cut to the ball. There it is. Now come from the
Braylon
backside.
Moss.
He hooked him.
Moss. And it's going to call on Dunbar.
Hey, no matter what I mean, if LCA wins this game and it's LCA Catholic in the championship, no matter what, we'll have that first regional game.
Yep. So we'll have the first round of the regional either at
We'll either be over at
Catholic or over here at LCA. Yep, exactly. 1:21 to go in the contest. 59-46, LCA by 13. Coach, I've been impressed with LCA tonight.
They've done a nice job, Gary.
I've been impressed with Spillman shooting in the first quarter, 3 threes he hit. I've been impressed with Saxon Howard. Also, I've been impressed with Hagen Preston, and I've been impressed with Kenyatta Hard's a football player.
I'm telling
He's got
you.
about 15 points, 12 rebounds.
His thing is he knows what his job is.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody has to take a role, don't they?
Yep.
Shot wouldn't go there. It was Hill put the shot up and blocked out of bounds. King back in, Hard's back in. It's going out. Green and Moss. Chase Hill is going to trigger the inbounds. Bounces to Sweat. Out top, Van Dyke to the basket, and it rolls in.
Somebody needs cut middle. There it is.
1 minute to go.
That makes the defense collapse when somebody cuts middle.
Pass over to Spillman. Spinning.
Don't take it to the corner.
King to Howard. Saxton Howard.
Good.
Back out to King.
Cut middle.
Yep.
That's it.
There's going to be a grab on Spillman with 40 seconds to go. We're 40 seconds away from the 43rd District Final. There should be a holy war between Catholic and LCA Friday night, 8 o'clock right here on the Pratt Spin. Free throw up and in. Coach, and before we get off tonight, I'll try to get a final on the Henry Clay Douglas game. It was 29-21 the third quarter. So we'll try to get a final on that as well.
Low scoring affair, huh?
Yep. So far, 38 seconds. Van Dyke kicks it over to Hilt. Hilt left side, three-pointer in front of the rim. No. Rebounded by Preston.
Pass it. Look down the floor.
Long
there you
pass
go.
to Hards. He gets it and drives down. Missed the layup.
Got to put it on the board.
There's Saxon Howard tries a shot. Won't go. Down to 16 seconds. Overcomes Van Dyke. He's going to the basket. Up, no good. Down to 9 seconds. And he's going to dribble it out. And Hagen Preston, 2 seconds. And Lexington Christian wins it 62-48 by 14 points over Dunbar. Lexington Christian goes 15-14. LCA wins the 43rd District semifinal game. They punched their ticket to the 11th Region championships, and LCA Catholic will play Friday for the championship of the 43rd.
Thank you, Gary. I was impressed with how Lexington Christian shot the ball today, rebounded, got second, third shots, and handled the pressure of Dunbar a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see when that pressure is ratcheted up against Lexington Catholic, how they handle that pressure.
So the final 62-48. We'll get the final numbers before we get off the air here on this ball. Saxon Howard, I think, is their game's high scorer for LCA. And also Kenyatta Harge, I think, was the leading rebounder. So we'll get the final numbers, 62-58, 48, and LCA wins it by 14 points. The Eagles will play the Knights. And I think that's pretty much what we thought it would be. We thought it'd be Catholic and Lexington Christian in the final Friday night, and it's Lafayette and Tate's Creek in the girls.
Well, and Gary, will Lexington Christian be able to handle the pressure of Lexington Catholic? That's what it comes down to. Will they be able to make shots when they're there, and will they handle the pressure? From Catholic standpoint, they have to continue to pressure the way they do. They can't play a different game than they've played all year long.
And Donnie, you've got to get that throat better.
Yeah, I gotta get.
And here's some final numbers: 19 points for Van Dyke, 9 for Hill, 13 for Jaden Sweat. Those are leading scorers for Dunbar. And you've got 20 for Saxon Howard, 15 for Spillman, 15 and 10 rebounds for Kenyatta Harge. And those are leading scorers. Shooting-wise, and let's look at the final numbers. They were 12 of 28 for the game. They were 25 of 52 was Christian. That's 48%. So in the rebounding war, they out-rebound them 42-32 by 10. So the numbers belong to Lexington Christian, and they win the semifinal game.
And Gary just did an excellent job of handling the ball when they needed to. Made some unwise choices at times, but they just need to get that under control and take care of it on Friday night.
The victory goes to LCA 62-48. They move on to the final Friday night against Lexington Catholic. That does it for us here at Lexington Christian. And for Donnie Atkins and King of Stream, William Moorfield, this Gary Ball. Final score 62-48. LCA knocks off Dunbar. Dunbar ends their season at 11-20. So we'll be back with the finals Friday, girls and boys, 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. Until then, watch the Roberts Insurance 43rd District here on Press Spin. Thanks for joining us.